Hello friends and family of YouTube. Well, reading the headline of this video, you know what's about to happen. We're doing part 3 of this Arctic air cooler. Well, it states on here that it can cool down any space, and well, that's what we've tried to do. We've tried to just cool down this real small 14-foot RV here. They don't get a whole lot smaller than this, so if this can't do any good in this small of an RV, well, it's not going to do a whole lot of good for anybody else. Well, my whole purpose in this really was not so much to product review this, but to see if it could do what we need it to for this small RV. Well, I tried it several different ways. I left the RV out here in the blazing sun to see if it would do anything. That didn't work. I turned the air conditioner on. I got it to 70 degrees inside the RV. Didn't take but a couple of hours to be up to 90 degrees again. So what I'm doing today is I'm going to take this and I'm going to test it during the daytime, but I'm also going to test it at night when there's no sunlight out here baking down on it, when the temperature gets down to 74 degrees outside. All I'm asking this thing to do at nighttime is just bring it down to 70, 72. It says cooler on it, so surely at nighttime this thing can bring it down 2, maybe 4 degrees. So that's what I'm hoping to find out today. So y'all hang with me and let's see what happens. Okay, so if you're wondering what's the difference between this video and the other 2 videos, this right here. I took this plastic tub and I have put a drain hose on it and let the drain hose run down here into the water reservoir. So what I will do is inside my RV refrigerator, I will keep a plastic tub just like this. I will let it freeze overnight, and I will take that ice and I will pour that ice into here and water with it too. Let that ice water cool, run down through here, and hopefully keep this even cooler than it has been before. Now this water that I'm pouring in here has been in the freezer for about 15-20 minutes. So if you noticed, it didn't want to pour there at first. It had a piece of ice clogging the mouth of the bottle, and you can hear that it's got ice in it as well. So anyway, I wanted to get this thing as cold as I could, and you can see there's even a piece of ice on top of that one. So yeah, I've got the water as cold as I can get it. I've cooled off the RV, and again, the whole purpose in doing this, what I'm doing, is that we do not, as RVers, we do not want to run our generators all the time. This thing here can run on a battery. So what I wanted to do is try to help my fellow RVers and to discover whether this can keep a cool surface, a cold room area. And if I start with, let's say 70 degrees or 68 or whatever, I'm just wondering, will this keep it within that temperature range? So that's the whole point in me doing this to start with, was just to see if it could maintain a cool temp. I never expected to be able to take a 95 degree RV temperature and this cool it down. What I did expect was maybe that if it was 70 in here, maybe this could maintain 70 degrees. So that's what we're trying to figure out today, is can that happen? And if it cannot happen in the daytime, I'm going to try it also at nighttime and see if that happens either. So I've got the ice set up here, and as this ice melts, you know the rest of the story. So hopefully we'll get better results today. So let me stick this thermometer in here. I'm sure somebody's wondering. You can see, boy, that thing is really going fast now. And it was, hopefully you can read that. The temperature of the water is right at 38 degrees, I would say. And the air coming out of the fan is still right at 68 degrees. The room temperature is about 74 in here. So basically what's happening, and it's getting hotter and hotter in here because I have had the air conditioner turned off, of course. So warmer air is coming through here. We're hoping that the cold water will cool that as it goes through a filter, and you're hoping that the fan blows cooler air out. That's the whole intended purpose of this test and the intended purpose of this fan. But it's basically like this whole setup is too small even for this small RV. You got to realize this is one of the smallest RVs you can buy. This RV is only 14 foot long. So if you were planning on using this in any size RV, I see that you would definitely be struggling. The daytime of testing this out, basically no matter what I did, I could not keep the water inside here cool enough. This thermometer here, every time I would check the water temp, it was just constantly going up because the room temperature was going up, because of course it was still warm outside. So the test that I'm doing now, it's 74 degrees outside. I'll show you a little snapshot of our weather, which is the dew point and the humidity and all that great stuff. And now that you've seen all that stuff, some of you science guys are freaking out right now that I even am doing this test. But hey, I flunked science and didn't take any more of it than I was required to, and that's why I'm stupid enough to continue doing what I'm doing right now. So anyway, I've got the bucket of ice here so that as it melts it can go into this, which will go into this trough here. Right now the trough is full. I want to do a test as if it's nighttime, because it is nighttime, and I want to know if I was out camping or roadside parked somewhere, would I be able to use this at nighttime to get me through in a pinch? Because I don't have to worry about it getting hotter in here, so I'm just curious, will it stay cool or get cooler? So you can see that the temperature blowing out of here is right at 70 degrees. And that is also the room temperature right now. I did turn on the air conditioner to get this room cool back down. And looks like the water temp is holding steady right at 45. And I'm not sure why that is. I did put cool water in there. And I did get some ice cubes out of here and put them in this little tray as well. So doing everything that I could, just the same as if I was roadside and, you know, or like I said, camping somewhere. But every time a commercial break would come on my TV or whatever, I'd just go ahead and drop a few more ice cubes in here. Or maybe I noticed that I will have to take this and I will have to lean it forward or backward depending on if I need more water to come through here or not. So yeah, it's got a little bit of altering to do if you wanted to make this a permanent situation. But with me just doing testing right now, it's pretty much doing all I need and want it to do. So anyway, I'll give this another hour and come out here and see if it's still blowing right at, looks like 69, 70 degrees. So we'll try it again here in about an hour. Okay, well, I finished running the nighttime test, and I wanted to show you that it's 71, maybe 70, 71 degrees in here. And you can look at the water temperature. Hopefully you can read that. I know we got some glare. It's hard for me to get positioned where it's not glaring on the dial there, but it's also right at about 68 degrees on the water. So basically what I have discovered is whatever air temperature is, the air is going to be, of course, entering the back here. Air goes through, it goes through the cool water, and it blows out the front. Well, you got to think about the air is basically just going in a cycle or in a circle, however you want to think about it. So you're always going to have warmer air coming through the back, and it tries to cool off inside and comes out the front. Well, it's going to eventually warm up the water inside. No matter how much you try to keep it cool, you're never able to keep up. Even, you know, it's only 72, 74 degrees outside, something like that. But eventually, even this room is going to get to a certain temperature, and no matter what I do, I cannot keep the water in here cool enough because the hot air is constantly trying to warm my cool water. Well, I don't know if you can hear that air conditioner run, but it's having to run because basically this cooler, poor little thing, just couldn't do what I needed it to do. Well, I know a lot of people would say I had high expectations, but you know, again, the whole purpose in me doing this video was for the RV community, and me having about the smallest size RV you can have. I thought, hey, if it won't work in my RV, it's not going to work in yours. So, you know, that's what I wanted to do, is kind of share my information with you guys. And I'm about to go on about a 12 to 14 day trip, and while I'm gone, I need something to cool this RV down, and I was really hoping that this would help me out. But, you know, I feel like if you were out in the West, if you were in Texas, Arizona area, this would probably work fine for you, because everybody's telling me it's because of the humidity in the air that we have here. That's what's causing the reason as to why it's not cooling off in here. So spend 40 bucks at Walmart. If you're out in the West, try it out. But here in Alabama, our humidity is so high, our heat is god awful out here, but land's cheap. If you want to move, hey, you can come to Alabama. But anyway, I have put this thing to a rigorous test, and it's not going to work here in the South because of the humidity issue. But the positives that I can say about it, it does put moisture in the air if you want to put moisture in the air. The fan does run quiet even on high. So this product may work for you out in the West, but it's not going to do you any good in Alabama. Just put more moisture in there and possibly grow more mold inside your RV. If you've been needing some more mold and mildew, might help you out with that. Folks, I appreciate y'all watching, and thanks again. Hey, all the new subscribers that's joined, I appreciate it. Hopefully y'all can have some fun hanging out on this channel with us. Y'all have a great day. We'll see y'all soon. Take care. Bye-bye.